Okay, so along with yesterday's lesson, I used sine for area. Well, I'm gonna do the law of sines. And the question here says, what happens when you can't use trig or Pythagorean theorem? How are you gonna find missing pieces of a triangle? Missing pieces means angles, sides, and so this is always used on oblique triangles, non-right triangles. Let's take this triangle, for example. Just remember, capital letters go with the angles, lowercase letters go with the sides, and the connection is the capital A, right, is across from the lowercase a. They're across from each other. Same with B, same with C. All right, if you remember yesterday's lesson, if you draw the altitude in here, you get a height, okay? Watch what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna do the sine of A, okay? That equals H over C. Okay, I'm actually going to come here and solve for the height like I did yesterday, and that's going to end up being C times the sine of A. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do the sine of C, and that is H over A. And when I cross multiply it, I'm going to get A times the sine of C. Same exact thing that I did yesterday, and law of sines is created when I compare these two sides, not using area anymore. If you notice, these are both heights, right? So that means that I can set this height equal to this height. And that's how I'm going to create the law of sines. All right? Now, watch what's going to happen. This is going to end up being C times the sine of A, and that's going to equal, right, A times the sine of C. All right, now, we just finished the proportion unit, right? I'm going to the similarity unit, which is all proportions. I'm going to make this into proportion, right? I'm going to divide C here, get rid of it, divide it on this side. At the same time, I'm going to divide A over here, get rid of it, and I'm going to divide it here. And this is how you see the law of sines. You see it as sine A, right, over lowercase a, and it equals the sine of C, right, over the lowercase c. And that is normally how the law of sines is used. This is how the equations represent it. Now, you're going to see sometimes people do the reciprocal of these. They do A over sine of A and C over sine of C, which is fine. This is the way I do it. This is the way I solve for it. Now listen, I just did the left side and the right side of this triangle. You can also use angle B. So I can make a third proportion, or at least a third ratio, saying, well, what if I do the sine of B over B? All right, and that is 3 different ratios that are all equal to each other, and you can use any 2 of these combinations to figure out a missing side or missing angle of, right, an oblique triangle. All right, now the problem is you need to either have these combinations. You need to have sine of A over A, okay? And it can equal to, maybe you know the sine of angle C, and maybe you have the side of C. I don't know. But you need at least these 2 combinations, and you can set it to one of these to actually go through and solve, right? And I'll show it to you. It's really, when can you use the law of sines? Well, this is the law of sines. We're going to figure out when you can use it. And, right, just picture it. I got 3 ratios I could set equal to each other, and as long as I have a combination like sine A and side A, as long as I have angle A and side A, I can go ahead and use the law of sines, because then I could set it equal to one of these and find the missing piece. Here, let's do these, right? Which of the following 3 pieces of information will work with the law of sines? Okay, watch. They're telling me I have angle A and side A. As long as I have this combination, you're good. And I'm just going to write it out for you. I know that I could do the sine of 56 over 24, right? Okay? And I could set that equal to, if they have B over here, I could put B on the bottom. And then you know what? Then I just got to go through and find the angle B. I could cross multiply it, right? As long as I got a combination that works in one ratio and I have another piece, I could figure out the missing piece. If I have B, I could figure out angle B. I could just go through and cross multiply it. So as long as I got one ratio, right, the angle and its side on top of each other, I can go ahead and I can use the law of sines to find anything. Now, look, same thing with this. See how I got angle B and side B? I can make that a ratio, and then if I have A, side A, I can figure out what side angle, I can figure out what angle A is, right? Okay, now look at C. I don't have any ratio here, right? Although actually I do have a ratio here. I've got angle A and I got side A. I can make that a ratio. I got angle B. I can do the sine of that and I can figure out the side. So I can figure that one out too. Let me go through, here, this 1D. Okay, most people go, well, I got angle A and angle C and I only have side B. No good. Okay, guys, you have to watch out for this. If I know angle A is 49 and I know angle C is 33, let me put it in the triangle here. Angle A is 49 and angle C is 33. You guys realize that you can easily figure out what angle B is, right? All three angles of the triangle equal 180. If you have two angles, you automatically have the third angle, right? So, right here, right? Let's do it, okay? 49 plus 33 is that. If I do 180 minus 82, I figured out that angle B was 98, okay? Look, you got your ratio right here. So, again, right, when people are doing this, they go, oh, well, you know, I don't have the right combinations. I don't have a ratio that works with the angle on the side that I can make a fraction out of, so I can't do it. But if you have two angles, you can always find a third angle. Please watch out for that, right? We're going to do it in the next couple of problems, okay? Check this one out. I got three sides. I cannot make any ratio out of any of these because I need an angle to match with the side. This one's a hard no, all right? Okay? Now, this one's a little bit tricky. I got angle C, I got A and B. You need side C to make a ratio, right? So I can't do that one either, okay? Angle A and side A, I can make a ratio. Then I can find whatever ratio, right, belongs with B. I need angle B, I can do that one. Look, I got three angles. I don't have any sides to make a ratio. That's a hard no. And look at this one. I got angle B and angle C. You guys know once you have two angles, you guys can easily figure out what angle, right, A is. 98 plus 41, okay? Is that 180 minus 139 will give me 41. Now that I know that that angle is that, you can use triangle sum. Once you get a ratio combination, you guys are good. So just remember, as long as you can make one ratio, you can figure out any of the other missing pieces, as long as you have one. They always give you three pieces. You got to find the fourth piece. They can give you this and this, and then give you that. You can find that, right? So just make sure, right? Little exercise, because you know what? You're going to get stuck. And then when I show you the law of cosines tomorrow, how do you know which one to use? Well, look at the information they give you. Okay, let's do a couple of solving problems, all right? Okay, look, this isn't that difficult, right? What you guys have to realize is that you got to find the missing pieces of information here. We need to find angle C, we need to find B, and we need to find C. This is side B, side C. Remember, lowercase letters equal to sides. I could easily find angle C because I already know that one angle is 38, the other is 96. Then I can subtract that when I add them together. 46, angle C is 46, okay? All right, now I have A here, right? Okay, watch what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna use the law of sines, right? I have A is 9, and I have that angle A is 38. I can actually set up my first ratio, sine A over little a, done. And I could set that equal to, I could either do sine of B or sine of C. Why don't we do B first? See how B is 96? I could do the sine of 96 over the side, which is lower capital, right? Or lower capital, there's no such thing, lowercase. B, and you know what? Guys, all I'm gonna do is cross multiply to figure this stuff out. It's really, really easy. When you cross multiply, look what happens. You get, right, sine of 38, okay? I'm gonna put that in parentheses times B. We're gonna do 9 times the sine of 96. I have no clue what that is, right? I'm gonna do it in my calculator. And then you just gotta divide out whatever's with B. This is the sine of 38. This is the sine of 38. I'm gonna divide that out, and B is gonna equal, right, whatever the math works out to be. Now, I wrote it out really quickly the long way, and I'm going to show you that when you do it in your calculator, you do it separately. You do the top of the fraction first, then you divide it by the bottom. Watch. Whoa, hold on. Am I in the right mode? You guys checking the mode? I'm in the right mode. Okay, 9 times the sine of 96, that's 8, whatever, it's a long irrational decimal, divided by the sine of 38, okay? All right, there's my answer, okay? Now, there's no directions on how to round. When you do IXL, it's gonna ask you for tenths or hundredths. I'm gonna round this to the hundredth because I like that, all right? There you go. B is 14.54 centimeters. Done. Okay? That one's pretty easy. And you know what? I got to do C. Okay? So, you know what? I'm going to draw a line over here. We're going to do C. I need C. I'm going to use the same A ratio. That's the sine of 38 over 9. And that's going to equal, well, they want me to find C. I need to do the sine of C. Did I figure out what angle C was? You bet. Figured out that it was 46. And guys, just cross multiply it. Watch what's going to happen. You're going to get the sine of 38 times C, which is what we want to find. I'm going to do 9 times the sine of 46. And then you guys know that you got to divide the sine of 38 out of here. Okay, C is going to equal whatever the math is. Make that. And listen, I don't mess around when I have sine, cosine, tangent. I do it all on my calculator. And I don't mess around with decimals. All right, 9 times the sine of 46 is voila. Divide by the sine of 38, okay? You're going to get 10.52. 10.52, okay? So there you go. I'm going to go give you the answers for the second one, and I want you to try it on your own. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll just do, all right? We'll do the word problem just because, all right? Just because it'll be easier to do. All right, this one is 39, okay? And then this is, I got 16.89 here, centimeters. And this one I got, 26, okay, 0.57 centimeters. Try to set it up, see if you can get those answers. But before we leave, I'm going to do the word problem. And the word problem's pretty easy. Surveyor in her boat is on the river at point A, was able to gather some information about the terrain. How far is it across the river from B to C? You guys see B to C over here? I'm going to put a big X over here. That's what they want us to find, B to C. Okay, no problem, no problem, right? So basically, right, they gave me all this information. It's on the diagram. You guys can read it, but check it out. I got 75, which is little c over here. I got to figure out angle C, and then I could use angle C and 75 as my ratio, and then I can do B. This is like little b over here. It's across from 97, so basically that's what I want to do. You guys got 2 angles? You bet I do, right? Okay. I don't know why I got the graph on. 13 plus 97, it's 110. That means if I subtract it from 180, it's 70. That means angle C is 70, right? So I figured out that angle C was 70. So look, I'm going to use angle C. So I'm going to do the sine of C, which is 70, over little c, which is 75, right? And that'll equal, I want to find x, that's little b, right? So, and I got to do the sine of 97, okay? So that's easy. That's not hard at all, right? Okay? Here's the thing. You guys just have to, go through and you have to, shoot, you guys know what I did wrong. I don't want little b. I want it up here. I want this from B to C. I can't even read. Holy cow. All right. I got to change this because I did the wrong, right? I didn't read. I did A to C. I want B to C. That's 13 over here. So we're going to do the sine of 13 over x. All right. Jeez Louise. I can't read. It's from B to C. B to C is not the bottom part. It's the side here. All right. Anyways, you guys, I'm sure, will be able to figure that out. Okay. Let me just do my math here, make sure I can get the problem right. All right, I need my calculator for this. 75 times the sine of 13, all right, is that? And let's divide it by the sine of 70, okay? So, I don't know, it says the estimated distance. All right, let's make it 95, right? Centimeters. You want to round it to 18 feet? I don't know. And it's not feet, it's centimeters. I mean, it's not centimeters, it's feet. All right? Okay? So, I don't know. I did it right. Again, make sure you guys read the problem. Read what they want you to round to. I messed up. It should go from B to C, and I thought that, I didn't see that. They want to find this side here, not this side. So then I got to use the sine of 13 over x, and I could use, still need C, angle C, 275. All right? Good luck. You have IXL, and there's a couple practice problems. Bye-bye.